Good evening. I'm Paul Griffiths. And welcome to the first program transmission from RVN Channel 2, and of course our opening ceremony. It is my pleasure this evening to introduce to you the chairman of our board of directors of Riverina Television Limited, Mr. W.J. Hucker.
Good evening. I address myself personally to you in your home, for television is a personal experience. Without you, the viewer, and 144,000 others like you, the station we're opening tonight could not be. For it was for you that we have built our magnificent studios, and it was for you that we tore a road up a rugged mountain to erect a 550-foot steel tower on a peak where only wild mountain flowers existed. It is for you, the viewer, that we have gathered together some of the finest programs available to television today, and it is for you and your special needs that we are pledged to serve. RVN-2 is one of the finest TV stations in Australia today. It is a station that has been built with an eye to the future to fully serve your needs for many years. It is a station that has introduced many new techniques, automation for one, the extensive use of transistors for another, that has excited TV experts around the nation. Your board has endeavored to give you a station that is efficient, modern, and one of which you can be justly proud. As far as possible, we intend to cover local events and to encourage local talent so that RVN will truly be your station.
We're installing equipment. All the equipment racks hadn't been, the control rooms hadn't been set up. All we had in the control rooms were benches, and the prop area at the back was absolutely jam-packed of equipment, all brand new equipment. So from January to the time we went on air, which was June the 6th, 1964, we installed and learned how to use all the studio equipment, EMI cameras, and that was probably my lead into. I was on studio camera the first night, not on camera, on the camera, pointing the camera.
Good evening, Mr. Hucker. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, today is a great day for Wagga, or perhaps I should say for the Riverina and the Southwest Slopes, because I understand from Mr. Hucker that you will be covering an area very much larger than Wagga itself and composing some 150,000 people who live in that area.
And we worked. We might have a shift doing sound, because it was a split system then. You had sound off, film projectors. We didn't have videotape. That was all new. Slides, caption scanner, 2 studio cameras, and 2 film chains. So we had 16mm projectors and a slide projector on a it was multiplexed into a video camera, and it was all black and white too, of course. We didn't have videotape, so we'd have cars in the studio, or we could have refrigerators or lounges. We were navvies as well as camera, television people. You expect to put the car in the studio, and in 10 to 15 minutes later, at the end of the next film segment had gone through, there'd be a couple of fridges there, and it was all done live. So the 2 cameras and the graphics and slides, and so she was pretty much hands-on, and you went home and slept well, because you were a labourer as well as learning television at the same time. It was something new. I mean, all we'd been fed was newspapers and radio stations up until then, so television was something out of the box, so to speak.
I used to do the cooking at the showgrounds, so they asked me to go on the TV for the first time I went to cooking. I cook a sukiyaki. Now that's first session was. Then when I come back, Roy said, "You made so many mistakes." I said, "What do you expect?" Because first time, good job at the table there, so my legs shaking, but no one saw that part. But TV on the front of me, I can see what I'm doing, right? That's the part I hated. After that, just pretend nobody there. So I go every Wednesday. Yeah, 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, cultures, languages, all sorts of things. They asked me to do, so I said, yes, I will. I was pretty young then. Show how to put the Japanese costume on, all this. Yeah, I had my friend who did a model for me, so I put the kimonos on it.
Wagga looked like this when in 1906 Mr. W.G. Huthwaite opened a store in Baylor Street. Since then, Wagga has seen men and women go off to 2 world wars, a Great Depression, droughts and floods. Many a family has been helped, many a farmer kept on the land because of assistance and credit from Huthwaites. Wagga has had its share of triumphs too, its good seasons, its celebrations, its visits from governors and royalty. Wagga has enjoyed that steady growth and prosperity foreseen by the early settlers. And as Wagga has changed, so has the appearance of Huthwaites. But one thing has stayed the same, the desire by Huthwaites to serve and contribute to the city the firm helped create. For 75 years, Huthwaites has grown with Wagga. For 75 years, Huthwaites has helped Wagga grow. Huthwaites, one of Australia's great country stores.
That was another interesting side to television. Tom Hillis and the sales manager Johnny Mitchell, they were forever coming up with crazy ideas to make commercials. You know, there's always a little, you know, there was a what would you call it, a subculture in the station, whereas you know what you saw on air was completely different to what was the chaos that was going on in the anthill.
Are you tired of having a production van so big you can never find a parking spot? A production van that carries the entire crew and all their gear at the same time. If this is you and your television station, then you need the Mitsubishi Production Unit Special.
You evolve with the changes in the equipment. Any new piece of new equipment, we're all over it like a rash, and had to, you know, when computer graphics came along, that was a learning curve for the graphic artist, because she did everything, the letter set, and you know, pretty much drew everything out, because it'd be an absolute disaster if film broke. You'd be scurrying around and you'd put the standby slide up and you run in and you'd re-thread her all and hit play again. Or you'd come in and the take-up spool had jammed and you'd have a couple of, you know, it could be a couple of 100 feet of film sitting on the floor. But I think most people were happy that we had a TV station to start with. And, you know, I can remember as a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed 15 or 16-year-old being downtown and everyone's crowding around the windows of the Retrovision store watching TV on, and it was the local television station. And I was pretty proud of the fact that I was working there.
And that is how the combined efforts of many people with many skills assist your newsreader to bring you the latest news of the day.